Okay, Sixers fans, Flash Piece back for another video. Well, it looks like good days may be coming. Hopefully, if Elton Brand and the Sixers front office are thinking what I'm thinking. Today, I just heard that Nate McMillan, the coach of the Indiana Pacers, was fired earlier today. Nate McMillan was fired by the Pacers. That team's got to be crazy. You got to look at that team and look at the job he did with those players he had, and the only conclusion you can come to is that this dude can coach his behind off. The best player he had throughout that whole time was Victor Oladipo, who was a high draft pick, but a bit of a disappointment. He just definitely never lived up to that hype. I mean, he did have that 1 year where he averaged about 23, which is good, but that was like a surprise to everybody. They got him for Paul George. And Nate McMillan was able to take that team to the playoffs 4 years. He had them overachieving. He had them playing defense. Of course, he had a couple defensive guys, like Sabonis, who is really a cheater. He pushes off every damn time on offense. Thaddeus Young was a good defensive guy. I know he had for a while. They picked up Brogdon. I think they picked up, right? Or did he go somewhere else? Whatever. But whatever. The team he had was just not a championship caliber squad from a talent standpoint. And he was able to have those guys balling. I remember when my Sixers would play them, we would have all kinds of trouble with those guys for no reason other than the fact that them dudes played hard as hell. And that is a credit to the coach. I would love for Elton Brand to get on the phone and be talking to Nate McMillan. I'm expecting him to either have been talking to him earlier today or he could be talking to him right now. This is what I would expect for him to do due diligence on that. When talking about these coaches, of course, Greg Popovich is always your first choice, right? But I just don't see Greg Popovich as possible. Nothing short of a miracle would have him coaching the Sixers. My other choice would be Jay Wright. I think that will put him in legendary status if he was to come to the NBA and actually win an NBA title to go along with 2 national championships at the collegiate level, but I don't see that happening, right? But Nate McMillan is a dude that combines 90s style because he was a 90s player. He understands the importance of defense. He came up playing alongside the glove Gary Payton and playing with George Karl and those supersonic teams of the 90s. So he understands that concept of going inside. So when you have a player like Joel Embiid, I think he would know best how to maximize him. Put that ball inside, teach Embiid, to make the right pass and to recognize the double team early. He would instill that. The one thing you would definitely have is a defensive team, and that's what I'm looking at. A team that's going to be ferocious on defense. He was a guard, forward, but a guard, and I would expect an up in guard play with a guy like Nate McMillan at the helm. And I also believe he's a guy that would know how to get across to his team. He seems no nonsense. He's not going to be Ben Simmons' buddy. He's not going to be like his father's friend. He's not going to be Joel Embiid's homeboy, right? What he's going to do is make sure, hey, look, young man, I need you to do what I'm asking you to do if you want to win. And I think he would bring some accountability. So that's a guy that would be the first guy on my list to sign to be the coach of the Sixers. If he could get that out of that bum-ass team, those players that he had with Indiana, or mid-level guys, and have them competing, getting 4 seeds and stuff like that, which they shouldn't be getting. Just imagine what he could do with a team that actually has, talent like the Sixers. And listen, Eldon, if you possibly see this or whatever, not that I expect you would, but someone who do see this, get the word to the man. Go grab Nate McMillan. I'm out.